welcome back to another Triple Nine Unboxes. I am the Schmunt, and here we are unboxing, at the very least, not to get all this Brado, but the in-series Infinite by Nerf, because I have 4 other ones, just to make sure I have plenty of its magazine for when, you know, they go out of production. Because it's Nerf. That said, for what I've seen of in-series and this blaster, the in-series has a completely new dart that is completely unique to the is it in-series or in-strike? No, in-series. To the in-series. I do like the idea of this dart because it's supposed to be a half dart that can have a age rating of 8+. So it can't be easily swallowed so kids can't easily choke on it, and it has a more decreased performance. Unfortunately, that does also mean that these blasters aren't compatible with any other dart, and Nerf is being Nerf again. Give me a second. Nerf is being Nerf again by now cutting costs once again. Even though the series started out pretty strong, with what I'm about to show you today. That's better. Yeah, this one doesn't. Right, you know, when I put my polo over my merino wool shirt, it doesn't. The merino wool shirt doesn't run up nearly as much. But unfortunately, this does really trigger my highs and autoimmune conditions a bit more. But yeah, so like I said, at the very least today, I want to unbox the Infinite. Because I have 4 other boxes that are just lying around that are heavy. Sorry, I don't feel like recording, but I want to record. It's not this feeling. I'm physically not able to record smoothly, but I'm going to try my best. And yeah, and also we got the new Jolts, which by far this is the best. This is the best pack to get the darts, because you get a ton of darts, in-series darts, with the little new Jolts for free. And that's a really good box. But again, Nerf being Nerf, or really Hasbro being Hasbro, we can't have nice things, because they start out strong with those blasters and box sets with darts, but it's just not that anymore. But anyway, so let's move the camera so we can unbox some things. Let me go get some scissors. And a knife. And let's unbox. Again, I need to really unbox the Infinite first, but I want to unbox the Jolties first. Because I come from the background of living the in-strike Maverick. That does not fit my hand at all. And all that the Maverick gives now a slide out the RAV6 Maverick doesn't have, this one doesn't have a slide out a cylinder, and you have to do the whole point, and you have the same problems this Proto has. You can easily, it will easily go, sorry again, I feel terrible, but I want to record. Has the same issues that this Proto has, but it doesn't have the same benefits that this Proto has. As this Proto has, of course, the one-handed, cycle and shoot. This doesn't have that. Instead, it has a auto return. That's nice. It has an auto return. Maybe the grip isn't terrible. Actually, that feels really nice. I got two, of course, because dual wielding is the thing I like to do with my pistol Nerf blasters. And I sound out of breath. That's because I don't feel great. And I'm going to keep complaining because I'm trying to explain why I don't sound that. Yeah, Hasbro, you might want to check your packaging because that was insecure. Why did you put the thing there if it's totally useless? And I'll be dehydrated for absolutely no good reason. There's our illustrious Nerf insert darts. Oh, they look a lot better in person. I got these earlier last year, I think. Oh no, I got these around Black Friday, I believe. When the prices finally came down. It being Hasbro, the prices do come down. They're not Legos, of course. Last one. See what you feel. Oh yeah, much improved feel over the end strike darts. Over the darts that Nerf was, over the full length darts Nerf was using before. I mean, again, the glue is not perfect, but what were you expecting from an under $10 blaster? And Nerf in general. Let's try dual wielding. Oh, it's so weird. What? What can I do with two hands? But yeah, that worked out nicely. I wish they gave you a bit more room for your hand. I understand this is made for young kids, but the Maverick didn't have that problem. The Desperado doesn't have that problem. I mean, Desperado also has the problem of not having a trigger guard, but that's his other point. And I'll be right back. Let's put you on the door. Actually, no, let's put you here and have the same experience I was having when I was doing the Maverick reviews and stuff like that. Do I even have a Maverick I can easily use for right now? I don't think so. Well, I mean, I did determine the Desperado is the best, revolver Nerf pistol on the market, or just really the best Nerf pistol on the market, because it's cheap, around $8, and it's reliable, it's one-handable, without having to do tricks. It's just a really good blaster. So yeah, as with the Desperado, point blaster away from you and on the ground, so if it goes off, it will not go anywhere that you don't want it to go. Actually, let's move up here. Check. Actually, I really like the in-series darts. They feel really premium. And like I said, this nub is not for... The snub is kind of for It is kind of for having a pad, but let's face it, an entire dart, if they didn't have enough, it will still be for a pad. Because these aren't exactly half, I mean, these aren't half-length darts, and I'm pretty sure someone can come up with a way to make a third-party rendition of this dart. So, I don't get the hate for these darts at all. You know, they're not mega darts, and, they're not mega darts. I mean, we're going to find out if they suck or not. Most people say they don't suck. Again, and the quality I'm seeing just as happenstance, they don't seem that bad off. Checking for the loading. I mean, the loading process is actually pretty fun. Not nearly as I mean, the revolver loading process is always fun, I feel, but yeah, I mean, magazines are less fun. So yeah, let's see how I can do this. Perfect. And got my dart back. Let's do two hands. Come on. Perfection. Got my darts back. So yeah, it's a fantastic little, Maverick rendition. It's not better than the Desperado because with mods, the Desperado can shoot in series darts, half darts. It can also be more powerful by just giving it just adding spacers to the spring and whatnot. And then let's do one with the Desperado. I mean, the loading process for the agility is much easier than the Desperado. 35. Yeah, I mean, at least from right here, they're fine. I probably will separate the my full length range test and my full length test for when I feel ready for that. You are still good. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Now let's try the bajillion jolts. Oh, let's empty the in strikes or instinct agilities onto the target. Back off. Let's give you the full view. Keep the finger set. Keep the trigger disciplined. The powerful. Powerful and accurate, at least for this. And easy to shoot. Those went in. Yeah. I would actually say these are worth it. They're very point and shoot. Have sights if you need them. Off the guitar. And we're out. Oh, no, we're not. We're out with you. Without you. Oh, they're getting stuck because the darts didn't go all the way. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so the in-series agility much more picky than. Oh, did it just break on me? No, it's not breaking. It's just because. And I hit it even though I wasn't quite meaning to. Again, because you don't have much like the Desperado. Much like the Desperado, you don't have. Okay, I think we got all of them. unlike Desperado, I mean, unlike the Maverick and like the Desperado, you don't really have the best time, seeing how many darts you have left, because you can't just, move the cylinder out of the way. No, right there, because it was working right there. Okay, let's put these over on Big Boy. Take a break, because I'm not feeling great. I'm going to unbox this from right here. Hey, at least we got the Jolties out of the way. And I really wanted to, and I also will probably do a full video comparing them to my Mavericks. Comparing them to my Mavericks and my Mavericks and sorry again, I'm feeling terrible right now, but I want to record. My want to record and have fun recording is definitely blowing past my the hurts I have going on. You got sickly and disabled. You're the mini Jolts. And remember, the Jolt, you can probably put them into a bag. I mean, you can definitely put them into a bag and pull them out one at a time. You load them, put them into a bag, pull them out, shoot, and you can easily scavenge, pick up the dart, put it in there, shoot. And I love shooting my Jolts from the chair. They're really fun. Oh, come on. My singular Jolt from the chair. However, thanks to Hasbro being Hasbro, I was able to get a bunch of Jolts for cheap, so I can do the whole bandolier thing. The whole power bandolier thing. Here's my Jolt. Let's preemptively load it. And shoot. Come back to the shooting position. A little high. So that's the Jolt. Now let's see our new guys. And also I really want to see the pile of the darts go up and up and up. I love how they come in two colors, but maybe should have had a third color for the odd man out. These are actually secured. They're massive compared to the Jolts, and I'm not quite sure why. Remember, the Jolt shoots a half-length dart. These guys, remember the Jolt shoots, by default, a full-length dart. These guys just shoot a half-length kidney dart. I don't know why they're so much massive. Oh, maybe extra power? Question mark. Without enhancing the spring that very much. Very odd. Very, very odd. Little guys. And they have an in-strike rail for you to put a sight on them if you so choose. They feel really nice too. I mean, again, in-series definitely is not using cheap plastic. I mean, it's using plastic, but not cheap plastic, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's go ahead and try one. Oh, they feel really good in hand. Again, there could be a bit more space for my large, hands. Large is my glove size after all. That's very fine over the Jolt. And head back to shooting position. And that went in. It went in 50, but that's fine. Now let's get 2 Jolts. Again, discipline. 2 of the blue ones. These are cyan, I would think. I mean, not I would think that they are cyan. And again, you can do with them, not without too much. It's not too hard, but it's still not, it's not that great. I love these things, though. They feel much higher quality than the OG Jolt. And the OG Jolt isn't really made for human hands. I mean, it's barely made for human hands. Actually, no, it's made for my hands specifically. Like, it's actually a lot better. Like, this is more full in the hand. But the trigger guard is way too small. The trigger guard on the Jolt's just perfect. Fascinating. I'm sorry, and then strike there 1 and 2. I guess not. And if we're missing 1 or 2 darts, that's fine. I'll be right back. But that's a really good deal again if you can tolerate in-strike darts, which you should be able to. In-strike are good for kids. They're a nice compromise between 8+ and a nice compromise between 8+ and a half-length dart. Because in the U.S. and around the world, selling a half-length dart shoot a blaster to 8-year-olds isn't something that's legally possible. Okay, just making sure the video saves. Now it's time for the big boy. I don't have a comparison for this guy, except I have no comparison for that guy. For Big Man. And this guy has 80 darts because of its belt mag, for lack of a better word. And again, I have 4 other ones or so. So yeah. Give me the darts. Oh yeah, that's also a good point. Not only am I getting the magazine, I'm getting 80 darts and 80 in-series darts, which again, I'm pretty sure are going to go out of production one day, as Hasbro is really fickle on keeping darts around. Here is belt mag. As you can see, it's a belt-fed magazine. Very weird, but works well for Nerf. It's very innovative. Something we should always see out of. We should see a lot out of Hasbro, but never do. Especially now, when they were doing all this innovation that you see on my bed right now, but they never. Now they're just doing reskins of a carbine. And I'm not quite sure why. Like, is Hasbro allergic to money all of a sudden? But again, this is the Hasbro that owns WotC, and we all know what happened to WotC on this channel. Just won't see that in there, but that's fine. That just can go over there. Oh, by the way, I got a real squishmallow, and I don't know why they're called squishmallows. They feel like marshmallows. And time for the big addition. Much better. I'm not going to unbox the. We actually got instructions for this guy. And I wonder why. Okay, just telling us that it doesn't have an auto forward, which I guess is fine, but why, I don't understand, other than something engineering, something, or something Hasbro needed that for some reason. I love the feel of the insert. It's darts, by the way. Very, very premium. So I was dreading this because, you know, it's a lot of darts. But I don't have to do it all the way, do I? And it looks like these don't. It looks like the belt mags don't have a face. Any direction is fine, so we just put that in there. Grab a few, index them in my fingers for easy loading, because it's a magazine we don't have to worry about it going off on us. There's no such thing as chain detonation with Nerf, I think. Actually, this is really easy to load, and if you're playing that zombie game type, I forgot what Nerfers actually call it. Then you can just pick up darts on the way off, assuming you have in-series darts. Which, that's the sad thing about this mechanism, is that I hope third parties take over for full-size darts and half-size darts, because this is actually really innovative and revolutionary for the hobby of blasters, of foam flingers, as it were. Yeah, not too hard to load at all. And you can flip it the other way if you need to. Not too hard, and really pleasant too. Unlike an old magazine where loading an old magazine is not very pleasant at all. Flip it to the other side. Make sure the darts are facing the right direction, and I'm pretty sure they're omnidirectional or bidirectional. They are indeed bidirectional. There is no facing with this thing, so make sure your darts are facing the right direction on both sides. I think, that's the right direction. Yeah, loading this thing is not too hard at all. And by the way, all of these came with double the amount of darts. All of the new blasters of like the second and third wave, I want to say, don't do that. And I don't understand why, other than Hasbro doing stupid greed stuff. Which stupid greed is good for no one. I hope Hasbro will do better. Because, again, they own the Nerf brand. They have all the R&D and production in the world. Why are the indie scene, the indie and third party scene doing so much better? Case in point. And by the way, I got cylinders for in-series darts for this guy, and as well as the spacers from an indie store in Etsy. Oh. Yeah, when it's full, it's much harder to reload, but so are all magazines. This one, I'll always do it by the empty slot, I see. Yeah, that's not hard to reload, and I'm doing it very casually. Again, I'm hurting because of my sickness, because of my autoimmune conditions, and my GERD and all that. But I'm able to do it pretty nicely. There's your paddle reload, but put in a spot, so your reloading should be much easier. Can reload it. Yeah, 40 plus. I put them in backwards. This does have a face after all. Why didn't you tell me that before, guy? Because that's the face. There is nothing on the magazine to note that as the face. That is terrible design. How did you fail? And also you got dart storage. I guess I gotta flip all the darts around. My bad. And again, these darts are omni-placeable. Why don't they have little arrows on the inside to tell you where to place them? You know, like they normally do, or did, with all their other magazines. At least the non-drum ones. I'm pretty sure the drum ones even do have that. And I do have drum magazines now, by the way. I need to try them out. But that's for another time. Right now, we gotta get this done so I can rest up again. Yeah, even if you get it backwards, it's fine. Oh, come on. Well, it's hard to get them out now that they're backwards. And they won't damage them because I only have so many. And I'll probably only ever have so many. Because I don't plan any more. But these are actually pretty... I say that for my nails busted one. Yeah, these aren't easy to get out with your bare hands. That's stupid because I just made a mistake. Because it's hard not to. Much like it's hard not to load this guy like that. Yeah. Again, they're really hard to get out. Because they're not... And that's kind of stupid. I mean, these are more... I mean... This will be... This belt seems like a great dart holder. But still, I shouldn't have to struggle to get the darts out if I make a simple mistake of not knowing this has a facing. They gave you an instruction manual that focused solely on you gotta push the pump all the way forward, which is fine. Which is fun because real steel guns are that way too. But still, why is it so hard to get the darts out of here, whereas it's not for the agilities? And why is it so hard to know the facing when that was never an issue before with Nerf mags? So yeah, great, brilliant design, messed up by Hasbro being stupid. I mean, it could be the designers not thinking about it, but they thought about everything else. The trailer Hasbro just being stupid. And now I have one damage start. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter that much, especially since I have so many. And again, these are hyper durable. If these were any other, if these were cheaper full-size darts, I don't think they'll be holding out nearly as much as these are. If you were to make a mistake like this with a third-party blaster. And yeah, I think none of these darts have excess glue or are weird in any way. So I don't know where people are getting... I guess they solved their QC problem, or their QC problem isn't really a big deal. Almost done. Again, it's a great magazine concept. It's just let down by Hasbro's, frank stupid grootery. Almost done. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't have rimfire, so you can't just, use it as a machine gun. I don't know why, but we shall try it anyway. Like Hasbro, you should have an arrow right here like you do on the other mags saying that's forward and preferably also on each belt chain. Come on. Yeah, and I wouldn't know how you would be able to do this without nails. Oh, that's a little... No one that didn't end up well. Like they need like a little help getting out of the thing. And remember, you would need to do this every single time we are done playing with it. So I don't get why it's so hard to take them out of here. I mean, alternatively, you could just fire them out, but that's something else. Okay, let me do something real quick. I was sitting on my thing. There we go. Let's... Also, I love the feel of the plastic of all these guys. But yeah, they're very nice plastic. Okay, let's see. Remember, that goes into the back of this, into that groove. Oh, again, that's hard to reach the camera, and these don't have like a nice little way to hold them either. Nope, you need to be cocked. You need to be at half cock. Full cock. You can eject the mag with that. Not very reasonable to eject. Like I said, I wear large size gloves, and I can't reach that, so that's strictly that, and that's hard to do. We'll see when we actually go back here. Because that's not happening in first person. Nope, no. Sunfire. We got a jam. Hyper accurate, at least at this range. Feels really nice to shoot. You can just shoot with derail. I should be wearing art protection because they are bouncing right back at me. Because this thing is very powerful, which is good. We know powerful enough. Check your load. We got plenty there. We are empty on the right side. And yeah, I probably should make a video doing a 4-inch test with all the in-series blasters and with all the magazines of this. I love this thing so much. Almost done. Anything fall in the bad way? Yes! Okay. And it does have a chamber indicator. It does not have a way for you to enter the chamber. Oh yes, you do. With this. It has rails, which is nice. It's a tack driver, at least at this range. And we are running low. And we're out. We're out. Let's take the mag out. Actually, that's a lot better, especially if you put your fingers inside it like that. Let me gather up the darts and wrap up this video. I, with my 230 pounds of weight, was on top of that, and it's fine. Wearing shoes as well. Sorry, I'm just sick, as always. But I'm so glad I did this. I've been wanting to do this for almost a year now, and now I have done it. I have reviewed more nerfs because I got nerfed. We got nerfed again. Also, we got Squishmallow. I will never shoot Squishmallow. Squishmallow is for squishing, not for shooting. Again, I just want to show all the darts that we got. So as long as you buy the first wave blasters, you should have plenty of darts. From watching other videos, I can't recommend the second and third wave of blasters, but old man cannot recommend the first wave. And there's also another one that I don't have here, which I don't quite recommend unless you really want a side frame blaster out of the in-series line. That's in the fun shape of like a DMR. You know, for in their size. 'Cause, you know, And thankfully, Casey, my wife, well, not legally married or any such thing, but you get the idea. Is busy doing her, work. So the bed was free for me to do it because she's been sleeping over in my bed. I've been sleeping in the chair, sleeping in my lazy boy the last few months because I just prefer it, and it makes me and I feel much more rested, and it's easier for me to go sleep in the chair. But she's been sleeping in this bed for the last, like I said, for the last few months. So I need to clear this off, or last 2 weeks or so. I need to clear this off for when she comes back. But anyway, in a few days. She's literally next door. She has Jax's own house. Her parents and grandparents bought that for her, to get her closer to her husband, during the Null Wars, when we were forced apart, and sooner or later we'll be able to do we'll be able to, draw a high five, make sure and show that everything's going to be just fine in the world. But anyway, long story short, I need to make sure the bed is ready for my wife to sleep in it when she's over here as a guest. But anyways, let me show you what it looks like from my point of view. Almost done. Yeah, that's a lot of darts. And that's only from 3 products of Nerf. Remember, I got 4 more of these for the magazine, sponsored for the darts. And, yeah. That's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you watching on this video. It means a lot to me. Watch me, let me check out stuff in the description below, such as Facebook channel. No, we're not doing that anymore. We're just saying thanks for watching, and I guess see you. Oh no, worth it. All these are worth it. All 3 of these packs are worth it. I'll be very. Whereas I don't think the second and third ones are worth it because they're mostly duplicates. But anyway, so that'll be it for real. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you. And also the pull ring does make it a lot easier to prime while dual wielding, but Desperado show because you can just have one hand prime anyway. One hand prime and shoot anyway. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.